Hello, Akko here again. Welcome back to FTB Unleashed. I'm back from my weekend away. Well, not away, but a weekend away from the computer, that is. And I've got over my hangover from yesterday. I did nothing on the computer. In fact, I've not been on my computer since I finished recording the episode on Saturday. I turned my PC off and it's been off until this morning. Come on this morning, I spent about an hour and a half going through messages. Thank you very much for all the congratulations and kind messages and support. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much everyone who sent a message. I tried to reply to them all. I may have missed one or two and accidentally deleted one or two. I had more than a full page of messages, so I think I may have deleted ones that I thought I'd replied to. I think I've replied to everyone, so yeah, thank you very much. I've come back on. I've done a few things this morning, just got some more stuff here. It looks like a nice messy area now. I quite like this. I brought across the storage drives, the ME drives. So they're all up there. Added a couple of extra ones. I made some more storage monitors and just put some things in there just for the sake of having things in. And pretty much brought my crafting area from the workshop. So I've got these chests with all random stuff in. I've got these couple of uncrafting tables that I don't really use, but I thought I'd bring them anyway. So that's all kind of tied up. I brought the input chest, the ender chest, and the precision bus, so that's putting things into there, and the storage bus under the trash can, that bin stuff, IO port, everything's here. So if we go through the base, you see there's not a lot there now. Well, not a lot, as in a crafting area. I've still got the unifier still here. But let's little tidy this area up. So all my main crafting area is now in the new base. We'll be coming back to grow this node some more, but as you can see, that's only light purple, and the other three then so really light. So this is just filling back up. As I said, I turned my PC off, so the server's been off as well. So this hasn't replenished from Saturday. So I haven't really done much, and I have got an issue. I don't really know what to do next. Now, let me just finish showing you this. So yeah, that's everything there. The only other thing I've done here is I put a Princeps chair up here. Princeps is the guy who's in charge of a Titan. This isn't exactly accurate, but of course this is just inspired by, let's say, a Warhammer Titan. It's not an exact copy, because it doesn't look like an exact copy, but the way this would be in a in a Titan would be, there'd be three chairs here. There'd be a Princeps and two Moderati either side, who'll deal with the weapons and stuff. Well, as it's just, I just wanted to put at least one throne there, but yeah, this should have another couple of thrones to have a back. Anyway, so I thought I'd show you that. So yeah, I'm kind of in a weird place with this series. The main thing I need to do, and it's really time consuming, is get all my machinery here, but it's not making anything new, so it's a little bit boring. Actual building the Titan itself is also a little bit boring and very time consuming. The next things to build, of course, are the shoulders, the guns, and then the castle part on the top. So I build that and come back occasionally and show you what I've done, but actually building that on camera is going to take me quite a long time, and I don't actually have a second account for just to have logged in as a cameraman, like what Shin does on his building, which would be nice to have. I might set that up one day if I do other projects like this. But what I'm thinking of doing, and I'd like some feedback on this, is starting an Unhinged series. The Feed the Beast Unhinged, which is the version with GregTech in. It's a much thinner mod pack. There's a lot less mods in it, and it's much more difficult. But possibly starting an Unhinged, do that for a few days, and then alternate between this and that. The thing is with that is, when it comes to 1.6, I probably would restart it. So I don't know how long it's going to be until 1.6 or 1.7 Feed the Beast packs come out. Now, before, I've stopped series ready and they never came out. So I don't know. My thinking is keep building this and then add mods to this. If we look at the mods list for this, I've pretty much done something out of every mod. There's a couple of things we haven't really covered much, but I've covered most things, so it's now just a case of building and adding to stuff. I'm not exactly sure what mods are in Unhinged, but I think an Unhinged series alongside this series would probably be a good thing for now. When we eventually get a 1.6 or 1.7 version of Feed the Beast, my plan is to restart Unleashed but add GregTech. So the unhinged series would maybe fall by the wayside then. Or I'd maybe keep the unhinged series at 1.6. And also start a 1.6 Unleashed Beginner's Guide. So I'd have my normal Let's Play on alternate days with a Beginner's Guide. And possibly keep doing the 1.6 Unhinged. But I think I'm going to start Unhinged anyway. But I'd like to see what your feedback is on it. I think this... I can't really do a great deal more technical stuff in this. So it's just more a case of building and expanding. You know what I mean? In fact, let's go look at the board, see what I've got on the board. Oops. I've gone real laggy, which doesn't normally happen. Doesn't know how it happen here, so I wonder if it's something that I've added to that. That's knocks my FPS rate down. Because up until now, whenever I've recorded on this site, my FPS has been fine, so I wonder if it's one of them components I've got down there that's causing my frame rate to be shit. That's interesting. Let me jump over here. Let me just sleep as it's night time. No, my FPS is really shit. Right, I'll cut the camera out. I'll be back in a minute. Well, I slept there and my FPS is still pretty low. So what I'm going to do this afternoon is try and work out how to get that DxTory and Sony Vegas thing working properly. I'm still actually on Fraps and Movie Maker at the minute. Yeah, what was I coming here for? Came here for a reason, didn't I? Oh, let's look at the board, there we go. So we've got factorization processing. I'd like to cover that in a new series rather than add it to this one. Now, that, if factorization is unhinged, I'm not sure if it is. I suppose I could do that in there. Danger zone reactor, well, we've kind of got a danger zone reactor. It's still actually very safe. I wanted a powerful reactor, and we've got 1440 EU a tick out of it. So we've got a powerful reactor. So that can go. It's not really very dangerous, so there's no chance of it blowing up. It's all Mark 1, which means it's very safe. Can make a Vajra just for the sake of making one, but the fact you don't get looting and stuff on them means I generally don't bother. But I'll probably make that this episode just to get it done. Cover something from each mod. I did that a few episodes back, and it took me about 25 minutes to go through all the mod list, and it turned out, I looked back on it, it was really boring. But I've covered things from most mods. If there's anything specific you'd like to see me make from a mod, then let me know, and I can have a look at it. Probably not computer craft though, because as anyone who's watched my series for a while knows, I really don't like coding. I can do it a bit, I just don't like it. Something I would like to do is add to bees. I'd like to make my bees all level emitter controlled. So I knew there wouldn't be enough space. I probably spelled that wrong as well. I need to be a level emitter. I'd like to make all the bees part of the ME network at some point. Again though, pretty boring. I think it'd be a case of getting it set up on one and then just showing you. Probably take only about 5 minutes. But that's just so so the algorithms can turn on and off as I need resources. Oh, I'm gonna cock of that because I've come through the portal, haven't I? Seems going through a portal messes these up. Yeah, factorization processing. It's a bit late to add to this world. If I do add it to this world, I'll add it onto the Titan, and I'll use a big bank of solar mirrors. So I don't know where to put them. Possibly on one of the shoulders. That could be something we do in the Titan. Just have something different. This MFR farms for ebony and bauxite does not work. I've tried it. The MFRs did not want to plant the ebony or balsa saplings. I did a little quick test that the other day and that didn't work. The Calclavia frame machine I think needs computer craft to work properly. It doesn't really marry up with my system very well, even though I've got upgrade Darkcraft, not done yet, and then ongoing stuff there. So that's really it. There's the Vajra, there's the factorization, and there's the upgrade Darkcraft we can get on with. Upgrade Darkcraft though, I'd like to put in the top of my Titan in the castle bit, so it means kind of building that first. I like to move all the Thaumcraft, Mistcraft, library, all the magic-y type stuff into the castle portion of that build, so that's kind of why I ain't got on with that yet either. Let's just jump through and have a little look at this thing. The MFS frame machine actually works, it's not automated. But as a thing that moves and all and such, it does work. There's no condition on that. I was trying to see what conditions the projector had there, and there's tank. That's not even a tank, is it? Is it classing that as a tank? So kind of could use that as sensing power. No, tank full because it's full now and it's not coming off that. Space for liquid. Where does liquid go in there? Weird. Anyway, this does all work as a moving platform. It just isn't automated, and I didn't like the options I had to automate it. So I've done the frame thing. It's very cool. The fact I've got the laser drill means it's completely surplus, and the amount of resources I get from bees, it's a bit surplus to my needs. But if I needed a different way of doing quarrying, this is a really good way of doing it. It's just, I think you just have to do it with a set timer, set to like move every 3 or 4 minutes, set to pulse that, then pulse that. So we could, is this even set up to work properly? Probably not. So I don't want to break anything. But I've kind of done that, just not really finished it. So that's a little bit of a failure on my part. For that thing, what? Yeah, shall we make a Vajra? Just for the sake of making one. Well, I'll go back to the base. Just, I'll probably have to bring the, to-do list to the base as well. But, so the MFS frame machine kind of failed, but it's at the point where it actually works if I wanted it to. I could just set it to move every X minutes, and that'd work. It's just, it's not going to move as efficiently as it could. If you wanted to do it really efficiently, you'd have to do it on some kind of conditions of the resources. But yeah, little bit. I don't mind admitting, I have failed a bit with that. Let's just move that there. So yeah, if any suggestions for things you'd like to see me do, as well as the build, please let me know, and I'll add them in here. Now, Samuel had asked me to do IC2 solar power, and I have got quite a bit of IC2 solar power, but it's only in specific ways. Now the reason why I aren't using it much is because in my Ultimate series I've pretty much used it exclusively for IC2 power, so I wanted to do it different in this series just for the sake of it. So I've got that one there, that's the one that's actually running this base now, because I took all the nuclear reactors out of course, they're in the other base. So that, under that bit of glass, that Ultimate Hybrid solar panel is actually running all the IC2 components of this base at the minute. Of course I've got an Ultimate Solar on top of each of these quantum things, and the 2 teleporters I put in, I've got one. If I was going to run IC2 Solar as my main power source, I would build like what's called like what I call a power flower, named after the E2 power flower, where you can have like 20 in like a cone, and because of the way the packets go through the glass fiber cable, you can have that sent, and that works better with GregTech because you can send it to the interdimensional storage unit thing. So if I was going to use solar power, which I maybe would if I had GregTech, just for the sheer amount of power you can actually get through with GregTech, and then I'd maybe do that. But I don't think I'm going to add many more solar panels, and I'll probably maybe get rid of some of the ones I've got, to be honest. Not because I don't like them, I do like them, it's just that once you've made them, you don't have to actually do anything to them. You just got constant free power once they're made. So I like having some fuel things as well, even though my fuel's totally over the top. My fuel production is totally over the top. Anyway, I am babbling a bit. Let's go make a Vajra. Then at least we've crafted something technical in this. Tell you what, I'll cut the camera, I'll get the required bits in there, so let's have a look. Vajra needs, we can make them, we can make them, we can make them, we can make them. So it's just a Vajra core, that's the important bit. Tesla coil, magnetron, superconducting iridium plates. I think we've got patterns in for everything of these apart from the magnetron. So Let's see, superconductor. Have we got any of that left? No, but let's craft one. So that gets us started. Copper, refined iron. Let's get some of that while we're waiting. Let's wait a little bit for that. Now this may need specific IC2 copper. So I've tried this before and it did. It's showing different types there, but when I try making this in, I think Ultimate, it'd only work with the actual IC2 copper. So we'll see if that's changed. This isn't IC2, I think this is thermal expansion copper we're using here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, was it what was it that I put in there? Superconductor, of course it was. And we've got one of them. Cool. So let's see if this works. Proceed. Yeah, cool. Magnetron. So there's a first bit. So making one of these things. Now that goes into the Vajra core, which needs tester coil, some iridium plates, then other 2 superconductors. So that's cool. Right, HV transformer. One of them. Should make pretty quick. There we go. This is going to go together quite quick, I think, isn't it? Iridium plates. 2 of them. Making the ores. There's 1. There's 2. Wonderful. What else do we need? Tesla coil. Now we may have the pattern for them. I think we do. We do. Excellent. Tesla coil crafting. I've not got no crafting monitor here, have I? Might have to put a crafting monitor down here just so I can watch what's going on. Looks like it's made that already though. That's pretty quick, wasn't it? Now the reason why I've got these gaps here, these gaps are on purpose so I can actually get into the Mac. So if I did put a crafting monitor, and I still have to leave at least 1 gap just so you can get into that thing to add or take away recipes. There we go. Test the coil, wonderful. It's just come together very quick. So there's a Vajra core, and then all the other bits are quite basic, aren't they? So let's make a Lapatron. And then an energy crystal. And then carbon plates, was it? Quite low on them. Carbon plates, yeah, advanced alloy and refined iron. Well, the first time I made one of these took me ages. I've got 2 advanced alloy ready. So there we go, I've got a Vajra. Let's go charge it up. Now, I don't think I've got the upgrade on the charge pad to charge tools. Let's have a quick look. Let's jump through here, back to the base. Now there is an upgrade. Now this looks like it's charging off my armour anyway, by the look of it. But I don't think this will charge up off there. Oh yes, it will. Look at that. So there we go. Charge pad fully charges up. So let's just look in there. Okay, well I didn't think I had the thing that charged that. I thought you had to put an upgrade in for that. So, at charge pads. Armour priority, I've not got that in. Drain, damage. I must have something in there that's I did that. Okay, never mind. So that works. So here we go, Vajra. Vajra can break any block in a single click, which is really useful for tough blocks to break. I think right clicking makes it only break 1 block at a time. What's tough to break? Don't think we've got any obsidian placed anywhere, have I? Find an obsidian tower if we jump into here. Look at that, FPS has gone again. Whoa! Hello Ethan, there he is. Wonder how long he's been in here. I thought he died ages ago. That's kind of funny. Push you through there. Bye! Well, I think if we look back maybe what 20 episodes, no not 20, maybe what 10 episodes ago I said that I thought he died. I think I even named a cow after him anyway because I thought he died. Right, FPS is really bad. I'll be back in a bit when I found an obsidian tower just to show you the Vajra in action. And then we'll move on to something else. Here we are then, about 3 seconds later. As soon as I stopped recording, the FPS shot up, the world loaded in. So that's kind of why I want to get rid of, well not want to get rid of fraps, but I want to see if DxTory runs things better, which I've been told it will do. There we go, obsidian, even with my pick, takes some time to break. With the Vajra, break any block in the game apart from warded stone and stuff as quick as possible. There you go. How nice is that? Now I think if you shift click, no, is it right click? Yeah, right click takes things a bit slower. Shift right click. No. Well, it was a bit slower. There we go, that's taking power, and of course my armor's replenishing it. So the MPS armor will recover this too. It's actually showing on my my armor there, look at it, it's showing 5.32 million power. So it's added the million power out of that onto it by the look of it. That's interesting and good to know. I don't think you can enchant this. I suppose that's the next thing we should just test. So let's jump back through here, see if the FPS drops again. Ethan back in the overworld. Crazy guy. So let's grab something that I would like to have on this, like looting. You've got to be really careful when you've got a Vajra that you don't click things. It used to be a nightmare clicking barrels, especially an upgraded barrel, because if you try to lift clicking on a barrel to get something out of it with your Vajra in your hand, you just break the barrel, and if it was upgraded you only get 64 block stacks dropping on the floor. So if you've got an upgraded barrel like 700 blocks stacks in it, you'd lose 640 of them, which is a bit upsetting. Happened a couple of times. I lost quite a lot of copper once because of that. So let's try efficiency 5 just to test if you can book things onto this. Well, you can. That's interesting. The efficiency 5 should make it use less power, which means I should be able to put looting onto this, which means I might actually quite like it. Now, wouldn't it want looting or fortune? I wonder which one it'd prefer. Or would it need both? Well, that's quite interesting. I've got fortune 3. Don't think I've got a looting though. Ah, wooden breaking make it more efficient, power wise. So we can put fortune 3 onto that. Testing time, and that broke the anvil. It's got fortune 3 on it now. Let's see if we get any extra blocks if we go to a hollow hill. So I should. Twilight Forest, I think that's the one. What are you, Buck? I think that's that cave world. I'm not sure what age 4 is. So we'll take age 4 off there. We'll put that Twilight Forest book on there for now. And I'll put age 4 back up there. Kev Costner. If you're wondering, is there like a water world, which is why it's got a stupid name. This should put us to Large Hollow Hill, and it has. Wonderful. So let's just see if we get extra materials. Try on some emerald. So looks like I only got 2 there. That might have just been luck. Port luck. Oh no, 6. So yeah, fortune's definitely working. So you can fortune up. So I wonder if it would need fortune. Well, that was definitely more redstone than I would have expected. I wonder if you can fortune and looting, or if it works both. Interesting though. There you go. So you could use a Vajra. It's actually better than it's as good as that. It's better than that now, isn't it? So I should actually use that instead of my pick. No. So there we go. We have now got a Vajra for a pick. Wonderful. Right. I'll cut camera and I'll work out what to do next. Well, there we go. I thought it was a half decent time to do a little update on the build slideshow there. I've added a couple of arms on, a couple of shoulders, let's say, to the Titan. What I want to do now is I just want to get these placed because I want to use these as a kind of, sorry about that, a kind of plan of where to put the next towers, or the upper towers. So the towers, I'm going to have them, the front ones and the back ones, I'm going to have 15 wide. So I kind of want them, that's 9, is it? 9, yeah. So I'm going to kind of want to go from this point, I think. So let's go, let's have the centre of the tower there. So I'm going to go 7 from each way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought I'd do the last 10 minutes of this as a little bit of a build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's number 8, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that far enough forward? Yeah, that's about right, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then don't want to be 5. That's looking about right, I think. That's what the two front towers are going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do you reckon? I should have really slept before I come back on. I say that every bloody time. Never do it. So there we go. There's our first tower base. So I'm going to do the same one here. So I believe it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like I've kind of planned that, innit? Honestly, didn't plan it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. 1, 2. Then last leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the base of the castle area of the Titan. Let's get rid of that for a second. And I'll just leave and take another photograph of that, because that's how I've been doing the slideshow. Anything significant on the outside I've been taking a picture of. So if we look across on our little platform here, they are significant, so I'll kind of move the focus to kind of aim at the top of the aquila there. That's called an aquila, then just line up the bottom of the feet, so about there-ish. So I'll take a snapshot there. Should maybe let the sun get out of the way first, but don't matter. And so there's the 2 front towers. Now the 2 back towers are going to be further in, but not by much. I want to kind of step them in. I'd say probably to about there as the centre. So we'll have that as the centre of these. Oh, run out of bricks. Right, I'll cut the camera. I'll get these 2 placed. So we've got 4 of them the same. And the centre tower is going to be a big dome. It's going to have a front tower, and it's going to have a dome behind it. I'm going to do the dome out of glass, I think. But yeah, I'll get these done. I'll be back in a sec. Okay then, I'm back probably for the last time in this episode, and I've changed things around a little bit. I've moved these out, and them out, and all them out, and them out, and I've made the cylinders smaller by 1, so now they're 13 diameter instead of 15. I think it's going to look better in the long run if I do that. So all I need to do now is connect these guys up. So I just don't want to do that. Let's in fact, let's make a solid floor of these. Makes things easier. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Make sure that I've got 1 or 2 there. Yeah, 2, 1, 2. That's good. So 1, 1, 1. That's how we're going to want it then, isn't it? Circular like so. So let's do this right this time. And there, and there. So I'll go around, make all these into solid bases. Like so. And then we're going to have the beginnings of our final towers. And when you see me next time, I'll probably finish off these bases, give these towers a bit of height, and then when we come back next time, I'll build the centre tower on camera. But for now, I'm going to say thank you very much as always for watching. I hope the episode wasn't too boring, because again, not really done much. And yeah, make sure you let me know what you think about Unhinged. I think I will do an Unhinged episode today. I'll do a first look. Like I did with Unleashed when it first came out. I'll do a first look. I'll have a quick. I'll create a world, add a seed, and have a quick run through what mods are available in there. See what's different from Unhinged, from Unleashed, I mean. And the big thing I'm going to have to change is, one of the things that has been holding me back is I'm going to have to run it as a server, which means I can't run this as a server. But we've got that many resources now on this. I think I can. I'm actually at the point where I could actually just have this running on a single player, and just get resources when I'm online. And I could always switch and have one server running each night. But I'm at a position resource-wise on this that I could leave this run. I could leave another server running. So that's kind of that's something else that I considered as well. Anyway, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you soon. Cheers. Bye.